It's the show after the show.
It's not what we normally do at our terrestrial show at KABC. Definitely not. This is actually much better.
Well, we feel a little more free, I think. You know, you can talk like we really talk in real life as opposed to having a boss go, easy.
They're not afraid to ask the obvious questions.
Is the penis in her dreams a pretty penis?
Frank Kramer gets sucked off by guys in the afternoon?
Did you say shaving your pussy, man?
Any puss will do.
And Schmees might even help out.
If you were a dude, you'd want to be Frank.
Wow, now look who's sucking my dick.
It's like hanging out with your friends and nothing is off limits.
I'll give you a facial. Just keep that cucumber away from me.
I shit my pants, okay? I shit my fucking pants.
I gave up my bung cherry, and you didn't even like it?
You're such a pussy.
I think you're incredibly gorgeous, and I'd love to fuck you tonight. What do you say?
Get away, get away, get away, get away.
Recorded live in a studio in Frank's basement, it's After Hours with Heidi and Frank.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Kevin, our official announcer. I think Kevin wins.
That's it. He's the winner.
He wins. I mean, he's Kevin from Alaska.
I love him.
Came out to see us at our welcome back party. And he's been doing these intros for us. And this gets better and better every time.
Amazing voice.
Kevin, I appreciate everybody else who put in some entries, but I think Kevin's going to be our official announcer, guys.
Yeah.
So there you go, Kevin. You won.
I know, it seems a little lackluster, doesn't it?
Well, he got that pig head, so...
Nothing better than pig head.
Nothing better than pig head than getting butt fucked by a kangaroo. But that's later.
Ooh, teasy.
I don't want to break into that right now, but
right.
I know that this weekend that Schmees and I... Hello, Schmees.
Hello.
We're supposed to go have a man date.
Is that what it's called?
Well, you called me up and you said, hey, this weekend it's the Long Beach Tattoo Festival at the Queen Mary.
Yeah, it's called Ink and Iron, I think.
Oh, cool.
And it was a Saturday, Sunday event. Friday, Saturday,
Friday, Saturday,
Huge
Sunday.
event, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm going to go down there. There's going to be tattoo artists from all over the world, and I'm going to get a tattoo. And he's like, tell me what he's going to get. And I was like, I'd like to get some ink. Yeah, let's go. And then I never heard from him. So what the fuck happened?
Yeah, because you were supposed to get this amazing tattoo that you've been thinking about for a long, long time.
Oh, months and months. I've been looking for the right tattoo artist for 6-7 months now. I've had multiple people draw this design and couldn't find anybody to do it right.
Now, have you told...
No, they can barely find anybody to do it because it's of Jesus and the devil French kissing.
It is a little odd.
It's going to be awesome.
But at least it tops my two clams holding hands, so thank God people won't be talking about that anymore. Jesus and the devil making out way kookier.
It's actually of a man fighting an angel, and I talked to somebody in the hall the other day, because up until the day of the tattoo, I had no idea where on my body I was going to put it. I was struggling with, was it going to be on my chest? Was it going to be on my side?
Is it a big one?
It's going to be pretty big. It's going to be about the size of 2 hands. So maybe 6 by 6.
Wait, my hands or Frank's hands?
My hands,
Yeah.
little
your
baby
hands. So it's not that.
Full back tattoo in Heidi's case.
Well, no. Here's what I thought was interesting, and hopefully it's okay to bring it up. But what sealed it for me, because he goes, well, I said I think it'd be sexy on your upper bicep. This because I've seen the tattoo and it's a really cool tattoo. It's beautiful. And he goes, well, I don't know. I'm thinking chest or side. My girl's ex-boyfriend had one on his side. And so she kind of likes that. Maybe I'll get there. And I'm like, that would kill it for me. I'm like, no, I'm not getting a tattoo where your ex-boyfriend had one. So that would have already been marked off my list.
Well, that's what I wasn't saying it as a defense to get it on my side. I was actually saying it was point against the side because I didn't want to remind her of the ex-boyfriend.
I'm like,
he has the same exact tattoo.
But at the same time,
he's already got it.
Yeah, I'm like, what did he have? I think it was a man wrestling an angel.
Oh,
that sounds good.
I've been thinking about getting that for a long time too.
That sounds good. And you can call me David.
Oh God.
Yeah.
But when you showed it to me, because it is, I didn't know what size you're going to get. If you're going to get the actual, the size that you had on the Photoshop, or you could actually make it smaller and put it on your wrist if you wanted to. But that'd be gay.
You're going to lose a lot of the definition.
So when you showed me the side one, I was like, there you go.
Yeah.
That's it.
I feel like David Beckham with that thing.
But I picked ex-boyfriend David's tattoo space.
Yeah.
So,
No.
Yeah. She says no. I said yes because I
But
think
he
it's a
had
better
multiple
spot.
ones, so it's like he had one on his bicep too, so I can't get that.
No, but no.
No,
That's-
that one's totally fine.
So obviously you know what he had on his side. What did he have?
Oh, I don't remember, honestly.
A picture of her.
I know, yeah.
It's of her face.
Now you-
My boyfriend loved me because he had. You're getting an angel on.
I
there.
still think the upper
Fighting a
bicep
guy.
shoulder area is sexy.
I think
as
I
hell.
vetoed that one because we fitted it on the day when I went to get the tattoo, and we fitted it all over my body. It looked horrible there. It just looked awful.
All right.
It really did.
Okay.
So chest, everybody said was the winner, but I'm still leaning towards the side.
No side, Eric.
It's. I feel like David Beckham.
Yeah.
I swear, like it is. I just because it'll show off abs. It'll show. I mean, it's. And plus, with my open heart surgery scar on my chest, I feel like the chest it might distract from my scar, which is
And
like
you like your scar.
Which is
Yeah,
like a tattoo itself.
Yeah,
That
it's
is
the
true.
most expensive tattoo of all time, and I've had it since I was 2.
All right, so you clearly didn't get it, or you.
No, I didn't.
I'm
get
not
it.
seeing it anymore.
You know what you should do? Is because how many you got right now? You have one
I have
tattoo? 2 tattoos?
Yeah, and then 2 in the
Wait, I
works.
only know of the one on your wrist.
I have one on my back too.
Of what?
It says "Do not enter." It's on my lower back.
Right, yeah.
It's of a handle.
Ew.
Disgusting.
He had to go to the do not enter real quick because he knew I was coming up with something
know,
that
they-
said fuck him in the ass.
You know, sometimes they do say you regret those tattoos. Is that one that you?
It's just a Latin
swastika.
phrase
Okay.
on my back. Mm-hmm. It says "Every moment before now is the past."
White power.
Yeah, and it says "White power."
Yeah.
Heil Hitler.
Oh God! Don't get me started. All right,
No, what
so
you should do is like when they ask you how many tattoos you have, you say, "Well, I got I have 3." So you got, I got the one on my wrist, got the one on my back, and this one right here. And you point to the scar on your chest.
Sexy.
To say, where you they cut you open to tattoo her name on your heart. Your name on my heart.
Oh no! God, how much sex could I get with that line?
that's pretty good. Mm-hmm. Too bad you're not still out in the field, Kramer.
Well, I can
Working.
come
You
up
can
with
you can
shit.
be his. Yeah, you can be his wingman.
I give people good advice.
No, you do. Okay,
I like that one.
Mm-hmm.
So now you don't really have 3. So what the hell happened?
Right. I was looking forward to seeing this beautiful tattoo.
I know you were texting me all weekend.
I was. I was going, oh
I
my-
know how excited you
Yeah,
are.
because I have several tattoos too, and I know that how exciting it is when you're going, and like the pain to me is so good. Like I love tattoo pain. I don't know how to explain
See, I
it.
completely disagree.
You don't like the pain of getting it?
I mean, the one on my wrist, totally fine. The one on my back, the tattoo artist had to stop and go, "You are hurting, aren't you?"
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
A little bit.
because I have bony back anyway.
Well, mine is on my lower, and I got a lot of shading and some scroll work and stuff. So mine on my lower back was right over my spine. And so I have this little place in Hollywood. I'm all by myself. And he's got a chair. I'm sitting on a chair like Fonzie would sit on a chair, like turn around and straddle it. And I'm leaning over, and he's doing it. And he hits a spot somewhere on my spine where, like, I told you that dildo story where half of my body goes. Well, I started feeling tingling, like and like on the top of my ear and like on my jaw, and like my little finger would be a little tingly. And I was super sweaty
And
because
this happened exactly like the dildo story, where the dildo was too big and you lost.
it was
you had
hitting
a mini stroke.
It was hitting a nerve when I was
because
having.
people didn't know the dildo story. I just didn't want you to glance over.
Oh, well, the dong story is the Italian and I went shopping. We bought a toy that, when you're out, you think, yeah, that'd, do. It was one of those doubles,
So you thought you could fit it.
Yeah, my eyes were bigger than my stomach or vagina or however, whatever saying would go with that particular
I
scenario.
think at that point it is stomach, yeah.
Yeah. So we're like, ooh, yeah. And it was this beautiful one. It was clear with we called it Zeeb. It had black stripes on it. It was almost looked like a zebra. So we called it Zeeb.
okay.
It's just beautiful. And we were so excited. We're like little kids wanting to use our new toy when we get home. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm so excited to get home. And we start to use it, and she's fine. And I'm apparently built differently. And we're doing it, and my whole right side starts to pulse out on me. I'm like, with each attempt, I'm like, and my jaw's going crazy, and I'm like, whoa. But I didn't want to kill the mood by going, we may have to stop because I think maybe I'm having some sort of stroke. So I kind of stick with it for a while until she looks at me and goes, "Are you okay?" And I go, "It's hitting there's some nerve that however you're hitting me, it's causing my whole right side to go completely tingly and palsy." So same sort of thing happened with the damn.
That's cool. That's what it's supposed to do. You're about to come.
Can you? Yeah. Oh, your cum face is hideous.
You know, I really don't mind a hideous cum face. I think the more hideous, the better. You know, for me, when like I said, if I'm looking at somebody else and I'm enjoying their satisfaction,
Sure,
and that's part of my satisfaction.
Yeah, of course.
The uglier the face, the more fucked up.
Because you know they're completely...
They are so out of their presence.
Yeah, well, you're right.
That they don't even know what the fuck their face looks like
And if
right
they
now. 'Cause
did-
if they knew it, they'd never do that.
They'd stop it. Yeah.
They would be embarrassed.
I just got a mental image of you banging Quasimodo.
I am not an animal. Maybe that's Elephant Man. I don't know. Either way.
I want to fuck chicks into Quasimodo. That's my goal. If we don't start heading to the hospital, I'm going to fuck your face crooked.
Oh, I'm just thinking of all the people who have crooked face, and perhaps that's how that happened. Poor Sandy Duncan. No, but anyway, when I got the tattoo, the same sort of thing happened. I'm bent over the chair, and he's doing his, and I'm fine. I like the pain, although I'm soaking wet with sweat because all my adrenaline starts pumping to handle the pain. So I'm drenched with sweat. I have a wife beater on. I'm like embarrassed about that. And then he gets to this part right over my spinal cord, and I start tingling in all those places I said, and I was like, oh my God. And he goes, are you, and he stopped. And
You
he goes,
gonna come?
And he goes, oh my God. So I came, and I was embarrassed. And I said, that's really never happened to me before. I'm really embarrassed about that. No, and I guess it was so bad, he could tell that I was really tensing up, and he stopped, and he said, are you okay? And I said, well, I am if you're not, like, I don't want to end up, I want this tattoo, but I don't want to end up paralyzed for it. And he goes, no, what are you feeling? And I told him about the tingling. He goes, well, I'm not going deep enough that I'm doing any spinal damage, but your, nerves are on the surface of the skin, so that's why you're tingling. But it freaked me out.
Well, I think
so
we
thought,
got his yeah, deep about how deep he's going.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I'm fine.
I'm
Yeah.
way off the actual spinal cord that's going to paralyze you for life.
But that's what
really?
tattoos hurt when if you're going into it. Like you got your arm done. I never really got a tattoo in a fatty area because I have it on my neck, I have it on my shoulder blade, ankle, and then when it's going over bone is when it's really tough to take. Where you're just like, oh, okay, hang on. Where you have to say, stop a second.
Or
I need to breathe.
It's the skin that's always in the shade.
Because it's just tender. It's not used to. There's nothing.
The inside of the arms.
Yeah.
Is
because your tribal band
very soft skin, that baby skin that you can still find on an old fisherman's body.
Why are you looking?
Why are you looking at a fisherman's skin?
If I end up with a fisherman like that, I'm going to look for his softest spot.
Right, because everybody got that softest spot.
So I can squint my eyes and believe it's something
that little
else.
skin of innocence.
Right there.
Little virgin fisherman's skin.
It.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Choose
Feel it?
an inner, I feel mine.
It's
That's
nice.
good. So smooth. So anyway, Eric,
Yeah.
tattoo.
Okay, so
Set up the
I
scenario.
completely disagree with you about the tattoo pain, and I was freaked the hell out.
About the pain?
Well, first of all, I was completely nervous because up to the day of, I had no idea where it was going to go
That
in
would
my
make
body.
me nervous too, where you're like, this is forever and I'm still going back and forth. Yeah.
And I had no idea. So I had made peace with the fact that we'll fit it when I get there, and then we'll decide. But that was stressing me out. So I slept literally 30 minutes the night before. I could not sleep for the life of me. I was like, I'm getting something forever on my body, and I have no idea where it's going.
Really?
So-
that kept you up all night long? It wasn't the fact that if you have something with a needle, you could possibly die because you have that heart condition?
There's always that, yeah.
That would have worried me a little more, I
Yeah.
think.
I didn't know where I was going to put it. I was pacing the floor.
Right. Not,
Is it going to go on my wrist? Is it going to go on my neck? Is it going to go on my left ass cheek?
Right.
Oh, there's also the fact that I could die because
Yeah.
I have this heart condition. And if a little bubble gets in there, my fucking heart explodes.
Yeah.
But, that's no big deal. But where am I going to put this thing?
Me too. Mm-hmm.
How's it going to look prettiest?
Screw my heart.
No, I mean, I take medication anytime I have any sort of invasive procedure of any kind, whether it's dental work or
you do?
whatever.
What
yeah.
is the risk for you?
Technically, if it gets infected, if anything gets infected, I mean, I had 6 ear piercings at one point and, multiple things that I shouldn't do. But if I get any sort of infection, technically my heart can't fight it off like most people's can.
And that'll be for the rest of your life like that.
I mean, supposedly, but I'm fine. On one end, they're like, by the way, don't ever get tattoos or piercings. But on the other end, you're totally normal.
Why, thanks, doublespeak.
Yeah. It's like, please God, never exercise too hard. If you feel too much pressure on your heart, calm down. But you're just like all the other little boys.
Yeah.
So it never made sense to me.
Okay, so you slept for 30 minutes the night before.
30 minutes, literally. My body was completely drained. So then, like you, I overthink things way too much. And I had been researching tattoos and all that stuff, and they say that your body produces a natural amount of adrenaline when you get a tattoo that helps you take care of the pain.
And I love that feeling.
And yeah, but it says that you have to get a good night's sleep beforehand or it'll exhaust all your resources and then you'll feel it more. Oh. So I'm like, great. Now I've slept 30
now you're
minutes.
Even more stressed out. Yeah.
And they also say that the rib cage is the most painful part of your body to get a tattoo. And I
thought we agreed not to get it there anyway. God damn it.
And being a glutton for fear and punishment and pain, I went online and there's a video on YouTube of a Marine getting a tattoo on his rib cage, bawling like a child.
Jesus Christ,
and I'm like, I can't do this. I'm not a Marine. I barely did P90X for a week.
Oh God.
So I'm freaking out at this point.
Right.
So one of the websites that or actually all of them that I went to, that I was learning how to minimize tattoo pain before I went. They all say take a pain reliever that's not aspirin based beforehand because aspirin will thin out your blood and you'll bleed more and blah blah blah. So I went through my medicine cabinet. I was like, oh, there's some Advil. Oh, what is this? And shook it, and it had 3 or 4 in there. And I was like, what are they called? Not Robo. Oh God.
Rohypnol?
No. You roofied yourself before a tattoo?
Yep.
What a ding
Totally
dong. Well, at least you got some
myself.
sleep.
Yeah. So really, where'd you get it? Because I can't see it anywhere with your clothes on.
Oh God.
It's an angel fighting his asshole. I think they misunderstood what I meant when I went in. I don't know. I should really be more awake for those kind of conversations.
See your new tattoo, Eric? No. God, no.
It's throwing a punch, and so it looks like he's getting fisted by an angel.
Right, like, oh boy, I think I'm going to have to do some sort of cover-up.
Fisted by an angel. There's another song.
Ooh, for a punk metal band.
Fisted by an angel.
That's a ballad. That's the power ballad.
I'm fisted. Fisted by an angel.
Power ballad. Can you do it? You can do it. You're a genius. I love Grizzly Heart, by the way. Did you ever get that so I could put it on a ringtone for myself?
Yeah, it's available on FrostyAndFrank.com as a ringtone and the full song.
That was great.
They're calling him Grizzly Heart now, people. That's
no.
sort of his new nickname.
Well, it's better than what he had.
That's
With
true.
the Hershey.
Yeah, Hershey, way better than Hershey.
Yeah, so we've got that out
Grizzly
of the way.
Heart, yeah, makes you sound manly.
Yeah.
What's that guy's
I'll
story? They
take it.
call him Grizzly Heart, you know? If only they
And
knew
you
how
can even
wimpy
lie
you
'cause
were.
You got the dark hair. You could say you're an Indian and shit.
How?
Runs from tattoos is his name. His Indian name.
I didn't run from the tattoo. Come on. All right. Let me finish this. Okay. So it was some sort of
Pain.
prescribed pain
So not
medication
like
from a previous procedure I
Vicodin,
had.
Percocet,
No, what are they
Darvocet,
called? They're
oxycodone,
close.
hydrocodone.
There it is.
Hydrocodone.
Hydrocodone. What did I say earlier? I said like
Robo.
Hydros. Sorry.
Hydros, okay.
Okay, so they were hydros.
Eric.
And I was like, okay, well, that's not aspirin based. So I
And meanwhile, go on record, you're not a drug user.
No, not at all.
Okay, so
I mean,
I'm not
I
a
would,
big pill popper either, so hydrocodone is just a very powerful painkiller.
yeah.
Right, yeah.
It's just you could get punched in the face and you'd be like, did a butterfly just
What else
fly
she
by?
got? What else she got? I'm having a good time.
Really, you don't even care.
No.
So I, like I said, I don't condone taking prescription
but it was your
medication.
prescription, you just didn't take 'em all.
And I was so scared that I was like, screw it, I'm taking these with me. So I got in the parking lot and I took 2. It says take 1, 2, 2.
Eric!
2 is the maximum.
I think that's for, like, when you have
and
surgery.
I weigh like 92 pounds.
And he chases it down with a beer bong. All right, I think I'm ready.
And then a rock star because he was sleepy, needed some energy.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And so I got there, and she's fitting me, and I feel totally normal. I feel fine. I'm nervous, but I'm feeling better because you go to this tattoo convention, there's 300 tattoo artists. It's multi-level, and everybody's getting tattoos.
Somehow I'd feel comforted in that.
I was,
like
very,
knowing
yeah.
I'm in a place where they know what they're doing. If anything goes wrong, they're people. It's as opposed to a little seedy place in Hollywood where
How's
it's just
the
me and the
place
guy.
smell?
I don't have a sense of smell.
Oh, that's
right.
right. I mean,
I don't think we've discussed that.
Your dad is
think
blind
we
and you
did.
can't smell. I don't know if I want your
They
genes
call
anymore
me
anyway.
smell blind.
No, I think we smell.
Yeah.
No, I think we discussed it on the show how you can't smell.
Did we? I think you guys have talked about me, but I
Yeah.
don't think I've ever.
Was that
joined
from
in that
something, or you were
discussion.
born that way, or something happened to you?
I think again it has to do with my heart surgery. Because I talked to one of the nurses one time once I'd gotten older a few years ago, and I was like, I know you can't actually answer this question, but in your opinion, are kids who have undergone my procedure usually smaller when they grow into adults? Mm-hmm. And she said, well, there is no direct link, so I can't technically answer you, and I'm not a doctor. But in my opinion, people who have surgery as young as you were, usually their bodies have to focus on healing instead of minor things like growth and development.
And then you said, well, what the fuck do you know? You're not a doctor.
right.
Yeah.
Stupid bitch.
Would ask you.
Something like that. So the smell thing, you just think that it was
I
one of
think-
those things that never got developed because it's
If you had to
really
guess,
low on the list of things that need to be.
it's a tattoo festival. Like you say, it's on a boat, multiple levels. People are getting tattooed
Really
everywhere.
closed
I mean,
in.
if you had to guess,
Yeah.
if it stunk in the place.
I'm sure it just smelled like charred
Probably
flesh.
no,
Charred
probably very sweaty. You know, because you do sweat when you get a tattoo because of all the
Just
adrenaline.
like a subtle hint on the wind of sour piss panties.
Oh.
Like just, but just a subtle hint where it's
So
like
it's not
you
bad,
really
bad?
can't place it until later on. You're like, that's what it was. It was sour piss panties.
But it's later after you've left
Yeah.
and you thought about it. You're like,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
On
the
the
whole
ride
time
home,
you're like,
what is that?
can everybody smell this? It's just a hint. Can everyone smell this?
Yeah,
Or
I
is
smell
me?
it, but I can't place it.
And what the fuck is it?
I don't know.
Start tasting the air. Oh.
Yeah, that sweat, a little bit of blood. You know, that whole thing.
Okay, so did it look like it smelled like that, or was it pretty classy as an event?
It was pretty classy, actually.
Wow, that's cool.
It was very wide open.
Kids, families, and shit.
There were, tons of kids.
Kids
and
getting tattoos.
There was one kid that I saw that had his full body done.
Wouldn't that make
Now-
you feel like a pussy? You're like, I had about 2 hydrocodone and I didn't sleep last night and I just don't even know if I can do this.
When you say it all together like that, I
Right.
feel like such a douche.
That's a perfect imitation.
What did he get, a full body tattoo of SpongeBob? And what the fuck did he get as a
Boy,
little kid?
he's
You're
going to
like,
regret that later.
yeah, you might not want that, buddy. When you grow up,
Yeah.
SpongeBob might not be cool.
I mean, Krabby Patty,
especially
maybe.
full body SpongeBob.
Maybe Squidward on your tailbone or something. The tramp stamp is Squidward. But not a whole SpongeBob. It's a little over the top.
So it was classy joint, and I found her pretty easily, and we started fitting it. We were waiting for my girlfriend to get there so we could all sort of
Were you up on like a
decide.
stage area? Because like
No,
a convention like that? Is it?
There was a tattoo contest, but I evidently wasn't part of that
Okay.
tattoo contest.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Your poor girl would have been like, well, this is fucking great. My asshole backed out.
I didn't back out.
Okay. I'll let you
He
know.
passed out.
Yeah, I can't wait.
So once she's fitting me for it, I start to get hit by the hydros, and all of a sudden it was like I was in a tunnel, and I just zoomed back in this tunnel, and the tattoo artist was miles away, and so I just couldn't look at her anymore. My eyes got all big, and I thinking that I was in a tunnel, yelled at her, and I was like, "You're not really gonna understand this, but I have to sit down."
Wait, do you have the picture of you on your phone?
Yeah.
Still, we have to show. He showed me the picture. I didn't know why he looked like this. I go, oh my God, about your tattoo. And he goes, well, yeah. And he just holds up his phone and shows me this
So
picture.
you took a picture of yourself going, what the
Hi.
fuck do
His
I look
gr-
like
no,
right now?
she was
girl.
fitting me for the tattoo.
Right.
This was to see what I look like with the tattoo on my chest. But look how high I am.
What?
Oh my God.
I didn't know what was going on. But now I love hearing the story because then the picture makes so much more sense.
That was right before
It looks like you went to instant meth head.
Yeah, you look a little cracky.
And so I go, I have to sit down. I think I'm going to pass out. And she's like, okay, sit down, have a seat. And as I am falling to the ground, it makes me dizzy to see the ground coming at me. And I barf everywhere. God.
He barfed on the...
Oh my God.
and they were just fitting you.
Yeah, they were just fitting me. And the other tattoo
Eric.
artist turned, and because I'm like, I have to sit down. So everybody's looking at me already. And then I'm like,
No, did you have like a big meal on the way there?
no, I
Or-
had the nastiest hot dog right when I got
Oh,
there.
because, 2 expired hydrocodone and a rancid hot dog is just a delightful combination recipe.
Oh, God, it was so embarrassing. So
my God.
instead of helping me, I mean, because I would say that tattoo artists aren't really known for being the most personable people.
They're just task at hand.
Yeah, exactly. They covered me with chairs so the other customers wouldn't see me. Like, they put a row of chairs in front of me and gave me paper towels to clean up my throw up.
Oh,
So that's what I was doing.
Now, was your girlfriend there yet?
No, she
Thank
walked in with me
God.
on the ground, shirtless, with an angel on my chest and an angel on my side and the remnants of an angel on my arm. And
puke everywhere. And she's still with you. On the right, you are not broken up.
So eventually
Wow.
they asked me to leave.
She's a keeper.
And my girlfriend and I...
So they said, "Fuck your tattoo. Get the hell out of here."
Well, they said, listen, we know that you were nervous and nobody knows how they're going to react to drugs. Why don't you just come back in an hour or
How
two?
they know you're on drugs?
Because I was like, I took some hydrocodone.
Oh shit, man.
Oh, man. So I spent
I so wish you would have called me. I'd have gone with you just to watch this happen.
And to have your whole flip cam out. Here's Eric getting her.
I took some hydrocodone in the parking lot. Fuck, man.
Sounds so classy.
Oh, God.
So I spent the next 2 hours. We found a couch, my girlfriend and I, and she just petted my head. And I was just stoned out of my mind. I would be sleeping for just a second, and then I'd spring awake, and she'd go, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" And I'd be like, "The cat just attacked me."
But
And she was
meanwhile,
like,
you're-
"Honey, the cat's not here. You're at the tattoo convention." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." Then I'd sleep for another 10 minutes and wake up, and she'd be like, "What?" Be like, "My eye fell out." And she's like, "That's physically impossible, baby."
So she's one of those girls who's a fixer.
I mean,
Lucky you.
She likes fixing guys.
We're going to flip that boyfriend.
I'm gonna stroke his hair. I mean, last time I saw your girlfriend, she was stroking your fucking hair and you were puking out the door. I mean,
Oh, yeah. I'm sensing some sort of trend.
me and the limo driver carrying Eric into the house after the squatters party. I mean, it's like
God.
on one side, I'm like, it's so funny because when we're driving back, Farty's in the limo and Eric and his girlfriend and some other people, and Eric's just passed out. He's sleeping, and I think back to days of old when that was me.
And that was me with you many times where I'm like, there, I'm stroking your hair.
And I always wonder what the fuck happened when I
Yeah.
pass out in limos and like the party kept going. And that's what happens. The party keeps going. So it's like the person's not even passed out
They just-
anymore. So
he's
you keep
sleeping.
talking.
Yeah.
Everything's going. It's like, oh shit, there's Eric still fucking laying here. And then we had to get out and carry him in.
Oh,
me on one side, limo driver on the other, all the way back to his bedroom.
that was a weird night.
And you decorated your bedroom weird. It was like red and black. Or
Ooh, tell me
something
about
like
your
that.
bed. I haven't
You
been.
saw my bedroom?
I had to throw you in your bed.
I haven't been to your house yet. So what's your bed?
Oh, it's really neat, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's an absolute crap hole. I keep it.
It's
There's
immaculate.
clothes everywhere.
I was going to say, but the place is nice. It's just
No,
you've
the
made
place
it into a
is-
crap hole.
My room is just really disgusting.
I see. That shocks me about you. You seem like such a together, tidy guy.
I like to appear that way.
Yeah.
But this is my last clean shirt.
So, oh,
Yeah, in life he appears tidy, and then you gotta have your let loose time. That's laundry.
I understand. I have my little piece of chaos in the world. Like I'm a neat freak, and that's the thing that people always find weird about me. But no matter where I've lived, as much of a neat freak and organization freak as I am, I have to have a little area of chaos, and I always have one in every place I've ever lived.
It's called your hair.
I was going to say
and that
it.
is
Really?
Yeah.
We're going with it?
fuck you
Well,
both.
one place, okay.
And I decided it should be my hair and perhaps my face, my makeup. But just more to your point.
Oh,
Yeah.
calling you the sea monster and shit. Someone sent me a Heidi sighting picture, and it was of the old, like 19, I don't know, 50s or 60s Loch Ness monster
The silhouette.
holding up a chick. Because he had his long, lizard tongue out.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Heidi sighting.
Tear.
I didn't post it, though.
That's
I was
okay. I
trying to
don't-
protect your feelings.
Look, I'm fine. Please, really?
I laughed out loud.
You're protecting my feelings, are
See,
you?
I still say it. I laughed out loud.
yeah, you don't go LOL.
I don't go L.
No,
I still say it.
Laugh out loud.
I'm not that lazy.
I still say rolling on the floor, laughing my ass off.
Do you really?
Yo, yeah, all the time.
I've never actually said that.
I've never actually rolled around on the floor laughing my ass off.
You've never had the roll laugh?
I don't think so.
Come on.
No, you know me. I like to laugh. I'm
You
a
like
big
to laugh,
laugher.
but you've never like laughed to
I
the point
don't
where you
think
ended
I've-
up on the ground, then you just start rolling around because it seems like a thing to do. It's
I-
like you got to put out the joke, so you got to roll it. Stop, drop, and roll. That's too hilarious. Roll out the laughter. Roll it out.
I don't believe I have.
You will die laughing.
Yeah. No, don't think I've ever rolled around on the floor. Never really understood that. But that's like right up there with your collapse cry. I mean,
You've never collapse cried either?
I've dry heave cried. Like where you're crying so hard over a breakup or whatever, where you're so crying. I can't. I can't.
Yeah.
Where you're so sad and you're crying and you're dry, like you don't even have anything left, but you still want to cry because you're so sad. I've had the puke, like
There's
the
some
dry
pretty
heave
criers out there, but you are definitely.
Oh
not
no,
one
I'm
of
not
them.
one of them. But some of those soap opera actresses, they'll be like, they'll start to tear up, and it doesn't even fall yet, but she's really sad, and her eyes are red, and you're like, that's so sexy.
What
I'm
was,
not
what was
her.
that movie with Brad Pitt? He was Tristan.
Oh,
Was his name?
River.
And then like every lady like named her kid Tristan that year was like the most popular name because
the
Brad
hell?
Pitt's movie.
It was with
Why'd
Anthony
you look
Hopkins.
at me when you asked that? Like
Tristan.
I'm
Sure.
a database of Brad Pitt movie
Brad
knowledge.
Pitt knowledge.
Not a river runs through it. A river
No,
runs
a
through
river runs through it. No, that's not even a Brad Pitt
Legends
movie.
of the Fall.
Legends of the
You
Fall.
faggot. Jesus Christ.
I mean,
Just admit it.
Fight Club is the only movie.
And that's why I looked at you because I knew you knew the answer.
Legends of the Fall. Yeah, he was beautiful. And I'm not even a Brad Pitt fan, but he was beautiful in that movie.
The chick in that movie, I remember being a really gorgeous crier.
Julia Ormond.
She cried throughout that whole fucking flick, but it was like, she is so sexy when she
She-
cries. Just
yeah.
She gets prettier when she starts crying. It's like
Right.
weird.
Well, you're
Not
weird.
you.
You're weird like that because you love the wounded.
I love watching women cry.
Yes, you do.
Gets
I
my
do
dick
too.
hard.
You do?
Yeah, I do. I really do.
You like watching women cry.
Yeah, it's like intimate.
Well, yeah. So if I burst into tears right now, you would like that.
Yeah, I would feel closer to you afterward.
Interesting.
Yeah,
You don't-
it's
you
seeing
like it if-
something vulnerable.
I understand. So you like it if you're not the cause of it.
Women like to see
Oh, yeah.
men cry.
Well, yes, that makes
So why
sense.
can't we like to see women cry?
Well, because you like to see our weakness, or if that's looked at as a weakness. I think it depends on why she's crying. If she's
Because
crying,
I think it's funny.
I don't think women like to see men cry
I think it
as
depends
much as
why.
they say.
Really?
No, but hang on, Eric. If you have a
They
baby,
don't want to see me cry,
Here's,
that's
No.
for sure.
here's a story. What'd you do when you got dumped for crying? No, come on. You start crying at something and she totally left you for it. She's
No,
like,
I just
"What a
remember when
puss."
my dog cried when my first love, Hillary. My dog died.
You said your
And
dog cried. I was
my
like,
dog
wow, that's an
cried.
amazing
Is that
dog.
what-
Why have we not heard of this before? He's got a crying
shit.
dog.
She must have been something. She broke your dog's heart.
Now, some more lyrics to that country song. She was such a bitch, made my dog cry. But sung by you and better.
It's like by you and better.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just remember my dog died and me weeping like a child and her sort of being put off by that.
But see, that's okay.
What kind of dog was it?
A Shiba Inu?
What's that look like?
It's like a Siberian Husky, but smaller
Yeah,
and
ear-
red.
ears up. Yeah, pointy ears.
Okay, I can see. That's a guy dog to cry over. If I see a guy crying over like a Shih Tzu, like I got Billy, can you imagine me
cry.
bawling over Billy?
But you could bawl over Montana. How's Montana? You don't talk much about him.
Oh, he's doing all right. I got him some like horse glucosamine. So fucking A, he's like prancing around the house. He's like,
like he's going.
Hello, Frank.
He's going to the show.
He's even doing like that step where you kind of go forward, then backward, then forward, then backward, then forward again. Like he's and he keeps like before he walks out of the room, he does a forward, back. Then he leaves the room because he's like so happy that he can climb stairs again.
Yeah, because you said for a while there, he was like, he would just stand, because my dog Beaumont's that way. He stands and you see his legs quivering.
Yeah.
Like if they're just getting a drink of water and his legs are quivering, and I'm like, oh my God, that sucks.
But you won't run out and get him the bowl that raises, or the thing that raises the bowl to the face. The bowl stand. You're like,
Right.
gotta look at him quiver there because you gotta lean down and get that water. I guess I could lift the water to his poor face, but fuck that.
I have those stands too.
You do?
Yes, of course I do.
He's just too stupid to use it.
Yes. And sometimes I do hold his bowl, though. What the hell? No, I said it depends on why a guy's crying. Your dog dies, but when a birth of a man's child and you're crying and I look over at you and that is... the most beautiful thing, I think, to see a man, holding his child and crying. Are you kidding me?
Because that's the moment where we realize we're really stuck.
Yeah. Oh, it's not, look at this beautiful life we made together. It's holy shit.
This whole time, it was just
a thought.
Yeah.
You were fat.
It was always a possible miscarriage this whole time.
Right. There was still hope.
And that was my out.
Yeah.
And now that it's here and it's breathing and it's separate from its mother.
Oh, no.
You're fucked.
Tear. Collapse cry.
Collapse cry into a roll laugh because you're so confused and overwhelmed.
You just go crazy.
Oh, yeah, you're just going crazy, going back and forth from collapse crying to rolling laughing.
Well, every episode of After Hours, we usually read a listener email because they comment on something we talked about.
Yeah, if you want to do that, anything we discuss or talk about, if you want to put in your 2 cents, I still have the email address open at letsbefrank971@msn.com. It's the old show's address, and might as well make it this the new show's address.
Yeah, you know how to find it. I mean, you'll find us and figure out how to get in touch with us. But so I'll share this with you, and you can call bullshit. You can say whether you believe it or not, but it does have something to do with kids. And Byron wrote, he's from Altaloma, and he says, "Hey guys, I know you've talked about these the past 2 podcasts, so not sure if you want to rehash an old bit. Never stopped us before. But I just got around to writing you about my story. My wife and I were going through infertility treatments a couple of years ago, and the doctors wanted to check me. So they sent me to a facility to get testicular ultrasound."
Is this a story I brought up on Wednesday on KBC? And you said, wait a second, I got that for After Hours.
Yes.
And I was like,
you started that, and I went, knowing how the story ends, I'm like, really? He's going to tell this on KBC? Oh, shit. Oh, really? How in the hell is he going to do this? And then I looked at you like, and you're like, oh, yeah. Maybe we should save it.
See, that was great radio when it's such an inside joke for the audience that doesn't know what we're talking about.
I know. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, we shouldn't do it for that show. No, this show. Do it.
So maybe they're like, what show are they talking about? What show do they do?
Maybe we should start doing one show. Guess which one we want to do.
Well, there's that. So this guy had to go get a testicular ultrasound, and he said, "Well, Frank, if you've never had one, I suggest you telling your doctor that you have pain and need one. Anyhow, I digress. Upon going into the room, I was told to strip down naked and put on the gown, and then get up on the table and lie flat on my back for 5 minutes. Well, after 5 minutes, some smoking ass hot Asian chick comes walking in, pulls up my gown, grabs my cock, and gives it a little tug. She then proceeds to flip it upwards to my stomach, lays it on my stomach, and then covers it with a warm towel."
Was this doctor's office like right next to a massage parlor?
No
and
shit.
She went out on a smoke break, walked into the wrong building.
"Oh, hi, you happy ending? You come in for massage? Oh, you have a girlfriend? You're so handsome." She then squirts the warm ultrasound gel into her hands and begins massaging my balls.
Bullshit.
What the fuck? This is done to get the blood flowing so they can then do the ultrasound. Well, after 5 or 6 minutes of that, she does the same thing with me standing. So I'm standing and I have a raging hard cock right now at eye level with her. I asked her, have there ever been any accidents? And she said yes. About 2 months before, a 16-year-old kid with a groin injury, she grabbed his sack while he was standing and he blew a load right under her neck and shoulder. How would you like your wife to have that job? Here's the thing I think's funny. When you're 16, even if you have full-on groin injury, you can still get hard and come in 2 seconds. It's like, nothing's going to stop me. I don't care. It's swollen. It's infected. You're like, I can still come. It's cool.
I'd say bullshit.
See, I know.
The reason I call it bullshit,
yeah.
He said that she squirted the warm jelly on my balls.
Yeah.
And I've always heard that stuff is cold.
Yeah, women usually
That's
say...
the part I'm calling bullshit on.
Usually the stuff is warm, but maybe
the rest, true.
Maybe she Asian. You know how Asian, she squirted in her hand, like Mr. Miyagi before Karate Kid. And warms up that gel and just gets it nice and warm and then lays hands on his balls.
Hell,
I don't know.
I think I would pass out just from anxiety to see some Asian lady be like... and I got a gown on. Open back gown.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Luckily, you won the karate tournament right after that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. We set him in place again.
So you're calling bull
I'd never heard of the testicular ultrasound. Like, what are you looking for? Like,
Well,
you can't see that's to see the kid I've already made, not the kids I haven't made yet.
No,
I
think...
don't think
Oh, I see what you're saying.
you can't see that small with an ultrasound.
Maybe she was looking for blood flow and stuff, how things are flowing in there. I don't know. I have no idea. Or maybe they look for lumps or some shit. I don't know.
Would you be willing to go to a massage parlor and get a happy ending?
Me?
Yeah.
Me?
No, me.
Either or.
All right.
No. Absolutely not.
Come on, ever?
No. No desire.
Just for fun?
Just for fun. No.
No, here's the thing, and explain this to me, Eric, because I think for me, I can't get turned on if you're not turned on. Like, it would mean nothing to me to go like strippers. I don't really understand. Somebody who's just touching you because they know that they have to doesn't work for me. Like, get turned on when I know that you're just like, oh my god.
No, but there's a power
love
thing
it.
there. It's like, I'm paying you to jerk me off, and you're doing it.
But if the power thing works for you, that doesn't work for me. Me laying back in a power position, going, baby, eat it. No.
Does taboo work for you?
Taboo works for me a little bit.
Then there you go.
But that doesn't. But not that.
You're breaking the law.
Power,
you're in public. This is a strange person, and they're 4 fingers deep.
To give me power, power isn't sexy for me. On my end, like, I couldn't lean back and let a girl do that, knowing that I've paid her to do that. I only want to do that if somebody's like, "Oh my god, you smell so good and you taste so
at
good."
That point, that you're like in a crazy Asian rape scene. You're a prisoner of war.
Oh god, no. So I that wouldn't work for me, just because I get turned on knowing you're turned on. If it's a job, if you're only doing that because I'm paying you $45 to do it, I don't even think I could have a good time at all.
I was thinking that maybe we should try it.
Like right now?
Not right now. Like at some point, we all go to an Asian massage parlor, and then we come back and compare
Can
stories.
I tell you, the other night we...
Did you guys be into it?
We got a...
Just for fun?
Just for fun?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, my girl would have no problem. That was her. Although...
It's show prep.
It's work, honey. God damn it. You want a goddamn roof over your head? I know the show doesn't pay anything, but still.
We can write these hand jobs off our taxes.
Take that, Uncle Sam. But no, the other night, the Italian got a massage. And we were one of these girl parties where, they like, it's weird.
Do they normally give massages at girl parties?
No, we have friends, a couple friends, husband and wife, right? And so the wife decided that it was going to be boys' night out. So all the guys were going to go out together. Mm-hmm. And all the girls were going to stay to get, we all brought a dish. It was like potluck. And then we just listened to music, and we had like mani pedis, and a masseuse was there, and you could take, schedule your time.
Oh, so it was like really a girls, like
a girls' party. No, we weren't lesbians. Okay. We're the only lesbians there. I mean, it was all straight women whose husbands got together and went on a boys' night.
Well, then how come your husband didn't go with
Well, that's always the funny thing, because she's like the husband. I call her the husband. But she gets a girl pass that night because she's got vagina. So
no.
I know. Mm-mm. Typically, does
she want to go to the guys?
She
wants to go out for wings and beer?
She would have had a good time with them, but she wanted to come to this girl party. So it was like, whatever.
That's because she doesn't trust you.
Well, here's the thing.
That'd be like leaving your wife with a bunch of dudes.
Yeah.
I'm going to go out with the guys, and you stay here with all these guys. Wait a second.
Yeah, I understand.
I'm going to stay here back with you and the guys.
Right. Well, she did. So she was at the girl party, and we were, I didn't get a massage that night. I just wasn't in the mood to I'd like jeans and boots. I didn't feel like getting all oiled up and then going back to the party.
So you forgot to shave your legs, you didn't really shower?
No. I just didn't feel like getting a massage. And she goes, I think I'm going to get one. I go, okay, cool, whatever.
In that high voice that means you're sincere.
But here's the thing.
Okay.
Because I told the massage story last time, on this show, on the After Hours, where it was way before me, but she was in Colorado. And she got a massage and fucking around, like, whatever. So that's always like, ugh. And then, but I didn't know what the masseuse looked like because she was in a back room. I just knew that she was in a back room giving massages, and, she's going at 6. She's going to be at 7, blah, blah, blah.
Now, at this point, did the Italian know what the masseuse looked like?
No.
Or she just signed up on a sheet? You're next.
No. Oh. So the women just keep coming out and going, oh, my God, that was so great, and everything's great. And I'm going, oh, man, I do want to get one. But then I waited too long, and it was like 9 o'clock. And the Italian goes, I think I'm going to go. And the girl comes out and goes, hi, who's next? And I was like, you got to be like,
what'd she look like? If you had to put a face with a name that we all know, so we can, or else the game sucks.
Jennifer Aniston.
What?
Like just like her, like the closest to them, the hair, body, face, everything was Jennifer Aniston. So it's pretty much Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And she goes, okay, who's next? And I was like, oh. So anyway, So check this out. So the Italian goes in and gets her massage. Meanwhile, I'm outside seething. You know, I'm just
You're
like
listening to the door with a pickle jar.
I'm going, it's too quiet. It shouldn't be too quiet, right? I mean, there should be a little, like, I don't know. So she comes back out and she gives me the, I know it's radio and so I can't. She gives me the wide eyes, like, oh boy. And I go, what? She goes, I'll tell you later. Because everybody was there. Like, how was it? And she's like, oh, it felt great, you know. So we leave and we get in the car and she goes, holy shit. I go, what? And she goes, she fucking totally, every time she would do my inner thigh, I'd feel like that fatty part of her thumb, like the skin, totally like pressing on her lip. And I'm going, what? And she goes, yeah, when she would massage my inner thigh, when I was on my back, her thumb, that fat part, would keep like grazing my lip. And I'm like, get out of here. And then I was just pissed off. I was like, are you kidding me?
Drive back, kick Jennifer Aniston's
ass. Shit. And I was like, you got to be kidding. And I said, well, what'd you do? She goes, well, what can you do? You can't do it. And I've had those massages too before where you're like, all right, awkward, uncomfortable.
Did she get the slicks?
No, well, I mean, I didn't ask her. She got the slicks.
I figured you'd be reaching over there. Did you get slicks?
I know. I go like, are you wet? God damn it, you. No, I didn't. But I was like, oh man. Yeah, giving the old thumb, you know, touching her lips. Like that. But, she said it made me uncomfortable. And it would, because you're in a position where you're like, okay, well, this is weird because I don't know you and you're a strange person and you're doing, you know, it was a legitimate massage.
You've given massages.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at it.
Okay, so when they're on their stomach, you're always kind of wondering the POV of the masseuse.
Right.
Like, what do they see? Like when you're laying there and the person's legs are completely together and they think that they're hiding everything and on. Can you see anything?
Well,
at
I
the
think.
masseuse? And so when you're doing the legs, it's like, let me do it like how they lift the thing a little bit, roll it over, so there's only one leg sticking out. It's like, you know what? That chick could totally see my balls.
Right.
I can see this guy's balls. I'm giving him a massage to.
Well, yeah. But I
can totally see his nuts.
Usually they do that little like, okay, they lift it, and then they take a little bit of the sheet and they lift your leg and then they take the sheet and wrap it underneath.
It's the illusion of discreet. It's like a
Right.
magician sleight of hand type of thing where it's like, all right, they're covering me up, they're professional, but they're getting so many good ganders at your stuff.
Right. And you're like, hell. What the hell? Yeah.
So she's been in there, this Jennifer Aniston massage therapist.
She worked all night.
Worked all night. She's been in there for a couple hours, and finally it gets to your girl's turn. So you know how much pussy rubbed on that thumb? Basically, your girl bumped pussies with everybody at that party.
Why
that
do you
night.
have to do that to me? Why do you have to... See, that wasn't even an issue until just this moment. I didn't even think of that.
Exactly.
Oh, God. Okay, why don't you rub your fat part of your thumb on my puss so I can at least say I'm getting some shit on the side, too.
How about does something that looks like a fat thumb?
A really fat baby thumb. Oh, God.
This story is, I think I did something like this before. I mean, we used to do Who's Going to Hell. And by the way, the reason we're not doing Who's Going to Hell anymore on KABC is because I was told that we can no longer do Who's Going to Hell. It was part of the restructuring program of the program. And so I was told, you can't do that anymore. So eventually I'm bringing it back to After Hours.
Yeah, we will.
Because I love doing that bit. And everyone's like, you guys haven't done Who's Going to Hell in a long time. I'm like, I know.
Believe me, big things to come, people. It's all it'll all be back.
Yes, I am bringing it back to After Hours. So I'll let you know, Eric, when we're going to play so you can actually go look something up.
Nice.
So you can play along.
I don't have to look yours up anymore.
Exactly. You don't have to find me good, evil stories. Let's see. I did a story similar to this. Tell me if it's the same one or it sounds the same.
Okay.
This happened in Virginia. A man is facing charges of killing a kitten over his video game. But I think in my story before, it was like a child unplugged a video game and the guy killed the child.
I don't know. The kitten thing he got so mad at the kitten. Go on. I don't remember.
The tiny feline disconnected the game while the man was playing, sending him into a violent rage. So what did he do? Well, he did what anybody would do. He picked up the kitten and threw it against the wall.
No, it's typical fucking pussy getting in your way trying to play video games.
And killed it in front of his girlfriend's child who happened to be standing there.
Oh, my God.
It was just obviously a crime of passion. Temporary insanity. Where
No.
he's like, oh, you fucking cat. Slam!
Of a video game, that ain't a crime of passion.
No, think about that.
I was trying to play
Do you really
Soldier
think
of War.
that he thought that day he was... Actually, he's playing World of Warcat.
Well, then, maybe you have a point. Ew. Meow, see?
I got to it. Use that at parties. It's awesome. No, my question to you is, I think it was one of those, obviously he might not be a bad guy.
He's a bad guy,
He might have
Frank.
been on the highest level. We don't know how far he was into the game when the cat fucked it up. And it wasn't a puppy. It was a cat. So, I mean, there's things that make this thing less of a horrible crime. But because of, like, the instant overreaction, maybe he does need some anger management. He could use some Depakote.
A little bit
He needs to take a couple Depakotes.
Depacat. I'm just playing your stupid game. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me.
You love the stupid games like
I do
this.
enjoy the stupid games quite a bit.
No, my question to you is, have you ever overreacted to something so silly, then it later on you're like, what the fuck? I mean, that was really
Well, there's just one time when my
outrageous.
girl got thumb banged by a moose. No, is that overreacting?
She thumb bumped with like 20 ladies at this party.
Was that me overreacting? No. Wow.
No, like this.
Overreacting.
When I was younger, we used to go play basketball at this guy's Don's house, okay? And we used to ride bikes because we're all neighbors in the neighborhood, so we'd ride bikes to his house. Well, he wasn't home yet, and his mom wasn't home. So we were just out, we went in the house because where I lived, no one really locked their doors, and we thought he might have been home. So we go in the house, and on the kitchen counter, there's a whole plate of fudge. And so you can imagine, you got about four boys and a plate of fudge. What's going to happen next? Of course, you're going to imagine that, right? We ate it. So we ate the fudge.
Yeah.
And we go back outside. We're playing basketball. And then Don gets home. And so he goes inside. And he goes back out. And he goes, who ate the fucking fudge?
Yeah.
And we're all like, hey, and and he's like, my mom's gonna fucking kill me. And he starts picking up like shit in the yard and just like throwing it, like whatever's out there, his bike, your bike, fucking, he's going crazy, basketball, fucking, he's just going nuts because we ate the fucking fudge. And mom's gonna fucking kill me. His mom wasn't home yet. So after he goes into this fucking hysteria, this frenzy, his mom pulls up. So we're like, oh shit. So she goes, hey, boys, how you doing? Oh, by the way, I made some fudge for you guys. It's inside on the kitchen counter. And we all look at Don like, you fucking prick. Talk about overreacting. She made us the fucking fudge.
Oh, God. And it was gone that he would get a piece of fudge.
He didn't get a piece, but I don't understand why he thought his mom was going to kill him for fudge.
Right.
Like,
was it going to a bake sale for the church and she was on her way and, oh, my God, she's not going to have anything to take now?
I think it's the last time I ate fudge because after that, when fudge packing and everything fudge came out, fudge got ruined for me.
It is a shame because fudge is quite good. But
I was laughing the whole time because you and I have had that conversation.
Fudge has bad publicist. Seriously. It can't get out of that.
We were in Vegas in my hotel room the day before we did the show. And I don't know how in the fuck we got on fudge.
It was just like,
God, I hope
the gays have ruined fudge for me. It is a delicious treat, and they've ruined it.
It really is. When you think about it, fudge is awesome, but they fucked fudge up.
Here's where
They really did. They fucked fudge for all of us.
Here's where you can have fudge as a guy.
Everybody loved fudge.
Everybody.
No one says, you know what, I don't like fudge.
Yeah.
But now...
You can't buy it yourself, but here's when you can have it. Around the holidays, you go to an aunt's house or something. She goes, oh, did you guys... She has fudge out on the table. Then you can take it. But you can never, as a guy, go buy fudge, even though you
still
want to.
feel guilty eating it. If you're at your aunt's house, you sneak down the fucking skinny hallway where the bathroom is and fucking nibble on your fudge because the gays have ruined it.
You've cupped it. You grab a piece, you cup it with your hand, you keep it down at your side, and then you walk to a place where no one can see you. And then even when people go, did you try the fudge? The fudge is quite good. You're like, no, I didn't even know there was fudge. No, Meanwhile, you're picking your teeth with fudge. Fudge is delightful.
And there used to be like fudge factories, fudge companies. I mean, they were so big where you had a warehouse full of fudge.
Yeah, no.
And those guys just got fucked by the gays. The fudge guys got fucked.
That was on a recent episode of South Park. They found Tom Cruise working at a fudge factory. And they're like, oh, I didn't know Tom Cruise was a fudge packer because he's packing fudge.
Tom Cruise is totally a fudge packer.
So he was actually working at the factory with a hairnet on.
He's like, I am not a fudge packer. And they're like, but you're wearing a uniform and you're packing fudge.
At a fudge factory. Lighten up. Tom
See?
Cruise. Oh, my
So
God.
no matter where you look, fudge is fucked.
Even when you fuck something up, they go, no, I fudged it. No, I fudged the numbers. You're like, you're messing with it. It's not a good thing. Fudge isn't even a good word. Oh, he fudged.
Yeah, even before the gays fucked it up. People who are stupid fucked it up. I fudged that up. Stupid Christians who couldn't say fucked it up.
Fudge you. Well, fudge you too.
I fudged that up, didn't I?
Poor Fudge. Gotta get it back on track.
There's no saving it.
No.
Like this fucking story about the cats. I didn't know where the fuck I was going with that.
Well, you wanted to say World of War
The
cat.
overreacting story.
No.
So that story didn't remind you guys of an overreaction?
I don't think
Well, maybe
so.
if you have one, I'll read your email. The best one
Yeah.
I'll read next week. If you overreacted, kind of like Don did about the fucking fudge.
All right, maybe. I don't have a personal story, Frank, but there's a story about a guy who he crushed his jealous wife to death under the wheels of his 26-ton truck. He's a semi driver, tractor trailer driver. They were both drinking. They had a fight, and he ended up calling 911 immediately after he ran over his wife, Josephine Lamb, and told the
not Josephine.
told the ambulance,
Lamb.
quote, "I thought she'd fucking move out of the way, but she didn't." Because they said, "How did this happen, sir?" Apparently, they were in a fight. They were both drinking. This happened overseas, so it said he had 50 milligrams of alcohol per 100 milliliter of breath, which is in the legal limits 35. So he was whatever.
Well, I mean, you would think.
He was completely hammered, and she was completely hammered.
She's more fucked up. I mean, it's a rational thought to think she's going to get the fuck out of the way.
Well,
I'm driving a semi-truck, and she's standing in front of it. Bitch, move!
And the reason they were having...
She didn't move. What the fuck?
Right. Usually that's the killer when you're like, okay, get away from my car. I'm leaving. No, I'm not going to move. Okay, I'm going to start it up. You going to go? No, I'm still not moving. All right, well, I'm going to pull forward. No, I'm still not moving. Fuck you. Well, no, fuck you.
And you've done that? You've done where you bumped into someone's leg? You gave it a little surge, surge bump.
I've had some drama in my life, yes.
Run into somebody with your car pretending you're going to run over them? Yes, your sperm is off the list, and so is mine.
I don't want it anyway, stupids. Too wimpy to get a damn tattoo. Mr. Pukey Tat over there. So this, I guess the whole fight started was the wife was very possessive and told her husband to fire a female employee, and was angry when she checked his cell phone and saw that he remained in contact with her. So you can imagine how, I thought you said you were going to fire her. I did fucking fire her. Well, you're still talking to her on the phone. Yak, 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 yak. Fight ensues. And it says one night, the night she died, the guy told police they had been drinking together. After, they were drinking together. Then they got into the fight about the female employee. And fearing she would take his truck and drive it away. I guess that was part of the thing she was doing too, is like, you know what, I'll just take your fucking truck. And so he got in the truck, and as he got in his semi, she stood in front of the truck and decided not to move, thinking that he wouldn't really hit her, and sure enough, he did. And so when the ambulance staff arrived, they found her lying in her pajamas with her husband kneeling next to her. His words to the ambulance control, "Can you tell me what I need to know?" And he said, quote, "She wouldn't leave. She jumped in front of my truck, and I thought she would fucking move out of the way, but she didn't." And so he killed her. It just admitted, I killed her. It's over. So that's a bit overreacting. Like, you didn't fire a female employee, and now we're fucking fighting, and now I kill you with my semi because we're in a fight over a chick you wouldn't fire?
I think that's a little underreacting. Yeah, I ran over. I thought she'd get the fuck out of the way, but she didn't. I'm upset. That's an underreaction, if anything. He should be like, "Oh, fuck, her head exploded like a fucking watermelon. I thought she'd get out of the way. I fired the bitch. I swear I fired the bitch."
You got to admire his honesty. Like,
Fuck,
well, I
he doesn't
thought
even care.
But think about it. I thought she'd fucking move. And when you said earlier when I started the story, you're like,
What are you
well,
supposed to do?
it does make sense. Why
Fucking stood there.
Why wouldn't she make...
Who the fuck would do that?
You guys want a shot?
I don't know if you saw this in the news over the week, but cops busted a 74-year-old woman. This happened in Idaho. They think they have finally solved a year-long condiment crime spree. This has been going on for a year, and they couldn't figure out what was going on. But they have arrested 74-year-old Boise, Idaho woman after catching her pouring mayonnaise
In condoms?
No, into a library book.
Wait a minute, I'm sorry. Condiments. I'm fucked up. Wait, what happened?
Condiments. For a year, there have been crime sprees, whatever that means. They've been chasing these people they would find ketchup and different condiments in different areas around the city. And they're like, what? This is disgusting. I don't know where it's coming.
Vandalism?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So in this one particular, they busted this girl, girl, she's 74, after she was caught pouring mayonnaise into a library book drop box And she's been suspected in 10 other condiment-related crimes. And don't you think it's usually guys who drop a load of mayonnaise into a box? Very rare that it's a 74-year-old woman, but, thank you.
You gotta love that, though.
But what the hell's the logic? Like, I'm going to show them, I'm going to drop this mayonnaise into the... what the hell are you even doing?
No, I think it's just getting reconnected with your young, irresponsible self. It's like, at 74 years old, talk about feeling alive. And what are you really going to do? I mean...
you try to get away with something.
She's going to go dump mayonnaise down a mail chute, which is something that you... that Frosty would do. Ooh.
Ew. Put mayonnaise in the mail.
In a mail chute. But
back to the fudge factory.
She walked away giggling like a 12-year-old. That's something my daughter probably would do as their first prank. Is like, hey, let's dump this mayonnaise in the mailbox down the street.
Right.
That's such an immature
Maybe,
prank.
yeah.
This makes her feel like a kid again. I think it's awesome.
All right, she's arrested. Is
She's
it time
just
already?
really pissed at how the Scarlet Letter ended.
I don't get it.
What? Literary humor.
You guys want shots?
What?
What?
I don't get it.
I can't believe it's time to go already.
That's the music.
Oh.
Means it's time to go.
All right.
Thank you for joining us. Like I said, if you want to email the show at all, use the address letsbefrank971@msn.com. Want to thank Heidi and Eric coming over for doing the show out of my basement once again. I want to thank Kevin for doing that awesome intro.
Kevin.
You are the official intro guy, so keep it up, man.
Welcome to the team, baby.
Keep producing. I'll send you some tickets to Red Lobster or something. We'll find something over there at KABC. We'll get you some Dodger tickets. He lives in Alaska.
That'll make sense. Yeah, sure. I know.
We're Heidi and Frank, and this has been After Hours.